three brilliant minds, deeply connected to America's most classified defense and aerospace programs, have vanished without a trace in the America's Southwest. Let's get into it. You think that these three are unrelated? I have a bridge I can sell you. Here's my argument. One was a retired Air Force Major General who once commanded cutting-edge research labs tied to advanced propulsion and rumored exotic technologies. The other was an aerospace engineer and materials scientist who helped develop revolutionary superalloys for the next generation rockets. And the third was an administrative assistant at Los Alamos National Laboratory, right in the heart of America's nuclear secrets. These aren't random disappearances. General William Neil McCasland walked out of his Albuquerque home in February 2026, leaving his phone and glasses behind. Monica Ressa vanished in broad daylight while hiking just 30 feet from her companions in the Angeles National Forest in June 2025. And Melissa Cassius disappeared while walking alone on a desert road near Los Alamos just 4 days after Reza, and her phone later found factory reset at home. In his latest video, the Body Language Guy breaks down this disturbing pattern of 6 scientists dead or missing and the eerie silence surrounding it. Today, we're reacting to his analysis, but we're taking it one step further. We're reacting in real time from an energetic perspective using our skills as associated remote viewers. We're going to look at 3 of these scientists, the most recent. And if you thought things were weird before, buckle up. First, you hold immense power to heal yourself. The interactive multidimensional healing map at mdhmap.com unlocks that power, step-by-step release of trapped emotions, traumas, ancestor and past life energies, implants, and more across all bodies and dimensions. Even beginners dive in confidently. No rituals, just your intention. Ready to reclaim your sovereignty? Head to mdhmap.com, $12 a month, or book with me at sallyknopp.com. Your empowered journey starts here.
I am so impressed with this website, how well you've done it. You know, I worked in analytics, IT systems before, and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot of work. And the navigation and to know and just the whole mapping, you must be a very analytical person because this is so well done. So, I love it. Thank you.
8 hours.
All right, everybody. We are in part 2 of what happened to William Neil McCasland and the other 2 scientists. And there's a slew of others that go back in the 80s and the 90s. And then even another one that's most recent. We're going to leave the link for the full video of the Body Language Guy in the description box so you can watch the whole thing. But for time's sake, we're just going to do a reaction video to the Body Language Guy on at least 3 of them. So let's take a listen. Let me pull him up. All right. Hopefully you're going to hear this. If you can't hear it, Christina, let me know. Okay.
On February 20th, 2026, President Trump posted a directive telling the Pentagon to identify and release every file the government holds on UFOs, alien life, and unidentified aerial phenomena. 6 days later, a retired Air Force Major General walked out of his Albuquerque home and vanished. He left his phone behind, He left his glasses behind. He left his smartwatch behind. He just took his revolver, his wallet, and a red backpack, and nobody has seen him since.
All right, let me stop there. Christina, I think he's still alive.
Yes, Sally, that's what I got too.
I think he's still alive. And you know
Yes.
what else I got? I got he was not taken against his will. But he did this. He did it on his own.
Yeah, I
That
got
he
the same.
intentionally. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I got the same thing. I got he wasn't taken.
Not against his will.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on.
His name is William Neil McCasland. He is 68 years old, and during his career, he served as chief engineer on the GPS program, ran the space-based laser project, held the title of director of special programs at the Pentagon, and commanded the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, a facility that, for nearly 80 years, has been rumored to house recovered materials from the Roswell crash. McCasland is considered by multiple sources, including members of Congress, to be one of the most knowledgeable people alive on the subject of what the U.S. government knows about unidentified aerial phenomena. And he is gone.
So he's gone, and we feel like he went voluntarily. But my question is, why would he leave? He's been retired, what, since 2013? I think is what some of the reports are saying. So, I mean, does he even hold I'm sure he probably does hold, with that level of knowledge, he probably does have a clearance of some kind. So the question is, who is he with? Is he with adversaries to our country, or is he with the good guys, or is he with the bad guys? Who is he with?
Well, he's not with like adversaries of our country.
Okay, I'm getting he's in service to others for positive polarity. That is coming in real strong.
Yes.
So he intentionally did this. He intentionally left, and he left from his home base. So I mean, he didn't, wasn't out among other people.
Right.
So the question, well, let's finish watching. Let's take a listen.
Welcome back, my Body Language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language guy, and today we are looking at a pattern, a very disturbing one. Because McCasland is not an isolated case. He is the sixth. 8 months before his disappearance on June 22, 2025, a 60-year-old aerospace engineer named Monica Jacinto Reza went hiking in the Angeles National Forest in Los Angeles. She was with two experienced companions. They were 30 feet apart, and within minutes, she was gone. Helicopters, radar, K9 units, months of searching, and not a trace, not a footprint, not a shred of clothing, nothing.
Let me stop you there. That is really intriguing to me. If you look at David Paulides' 411, he often talks about people who suddenly just disappear when they're just like right there. You turn back and they're gone. This woman, even though she's fit, she's still 60 years old. So how can you go just completely missing in that short span? I mean, 30 feet away is not that far, right?
Right, it's not.
And she goes missing, and nothing was heard or disturbed. No yelp, no abrupt movement, no, something would have caught your attention. And yet it was there. She's there, and then she's not there. So when I'm tuning in to Monica, I am getting like I'm completely blind. It's not allowing me to get information. So whatever wherever she is, whatever she is, I feel like there's intelligence behind it. And it's not allowing me to see. I have total blinders on. I cannot tune into her. Interesting, because I could tune into the general, but I can't tune into her.
Yeah, I can't tune in either. Like, I'm not getting permission.
So then I'm beginning to wonder if the two are connected, because in some ways it feels like there's a slight connection, but there's not a connection. Golly, I don't even know how to even tease that one out, because the general, he left from his own home base, right?
Right.
And Monica is with friends,
Right.
and then she disappears.
Disappears, yeah.
All right, so in full disclosure, we paused the video because it is so strange that we cannot access the higher self of Monica. And to us, it is so strange that she disappeared while she was with somebody. So I don't think her intention was to go missing or disappear or whatever, because you don't attach yourself to other people with the intent of disappearing. I mean, it doesn't make logical sense.
Right.
And also because she's 60 years old. I'm sorry, at 60, you can be in great shape, but surely somebody will find you. You're going to leave a trace, and you're not going to get that far before somebody starts sending out the hound dogs for you, and yet nothing, which sort of fits in the category of David Paulides 411. So this is why we paused the video, because we needed to sit with this in our remote view. And what is so interesting, Christina, is that I got that alien technology was blocking communication to her higher self. I have never engaged in that.
Well, yeah, I'm even newer to this than you. So, I mean, I've also never had that kind of a block. So,
alien technology is running interference. Yeah, is not allowing us to see or even communicate with the higher self. And like, whoa, how does this even happen? You know, this is even strange for Dolores Cannon.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh my word. Let's continue on with the body language guy.
Reza was a materials scientist at Aerojet Rocketdyne. She co-invented a nickel-based superalloy called Mondalloy, specifically engineered for advanced rocket propulsion. The research program that funded her work was overseen by McCasland's lab at Wright-Patterson. So two people from...
To go right there. He just said it because you were saying they knew each other or they were connected.
Yeah.
And right there, there's the connection.
Right.
The same classified aerospace program both vanished during outdoor activities in the American Southwest 8 months apart. And that is where this story begins. 4 days after Reza disappeared, on June 26th, a woman named Melissa Cassias walked out of her life. She was 54 years old and worked as an administrative assistant at Los Alamos National Laboratory, the birthplace of the atomic bomb and one of the most sensitive research facilities on Earth. That morning, she dropped her husband off at work. Then she drove to her daughter's workplace, told a story about forgetting her badge, and left. She was last seen walking alone on a desert road. No wallet, no phone, no keys. And both of her phones were later found at home, factory reset to blank. So think about how hard it is to disappear in 2025. Cameras on every corner, a digital trail on every transaction. Most people don't walk to the mailbox without their phone. And Melissa Cassias walked into the desert with nothing and was never seen again.
Right. let's go ahead and pause that there. And for anybody wanting the full video, the link is in the description box below. That is crazy to me. And is it the same thing? You know, her phones are both set to factory reset. So let's take a look at her. So when it comes to Melissa, I got the same energetic block as I do with Monica. It's like that. When you ask the higher self, when you're tuned into them and you're talking to their higher self, you don't even get a no. You just get nothing. Like there's just this resistance energy. But if you can bypass it and go into, say, God source energy, what I was able to get was some little bit of crumbs, but still it's not much. It's just like, there's a little bit here, give you this much, but that's it. And, you know, check me if I'm wrong. This is what I got, and then share with what you got. Could match, could not, don't know.
Right.
But what I got was they are all three connected. They are all three, I feel, in my humble opinion, they are still living. I feel the only other information I get is that they are working in the best and highest good for all. And it's all I keep hearing over and over and over again. It's necessary. It's necessary. It's necessary. So if it's necessary, the question I have is, will it be revealed why it was necessary anytime soon, or within this generation will we know? So, okay, that's all I got. I mean, that's all I got. I mean, it just goes completely like, you'll see in time. Which sounds like a coward's way out, not answering the question, which bugs me.
I mean, I agree with everything you get, but the only other thing that maybe I can add is I feel like they're together and they're working, and they're going to have to refute. They're like it's going to be like a thing. They're going to come out and they're going to have to refute what's happening. Like our government's going to say one thing, and then I feel like they're going to have to, they're like the ace in the back pocket.
All right. So when I go to the general, I get a little bit more than I do with the other two. And when you said refute, I had to kind of go into that because I wasn't sure, because I was feeling like there's something off with that and not right with it. But I don't know that it's not right as much as the motive behind it, which is a little bit of a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. So what I got was, and it's very minimal. I mean, it's so well protected. I feel like they are in protection. They need to be in protection. And I almost feel, I don't know. I can't speak for Monica. I get sort of these quick flashes and they're not making sense to me. So I'm just going to leave that off the table. But I feel like they are working together. It is for the best and highest good for humanity. But I feel like there is refuting coming up because there is a dark undercurrent. This is the hard part, and the conspiracy hat and the tinfoil hat and all that going on. There is a negative undercurrent. There's a battle between good and evil, if you will. And I feel like they are on the side of the good guys. However you define that, that's what I get.
Yep, that's what I have.
Wow. Again, these are always so interesting because, you know, you go in it expecting one thing and thinking others. And, you know, sometimes we get our own biases in the way and we have to go back and relook at it several times. And then we're like, wait a minute. What is not making sense here, you know?
Right.
It's crazy. All right. Oh. Right. So I'm getting that the general will come out, but I'm not sure about the other two. Right now, I feel like they're in kind of a witness protection, and it does right now. I don't know, because I can't get in. I don't know. We may hear from him again. I can't get a bead on it. I don't know. I do feel that we will hear from McCasland at some point.
Yes.
I don't know when that is. And the problem is when you're reading this energy, because all time is simultaneous and it's weird and not linear, it's hard to get an exact time.
Yeah.
You know, just like with Nancy Guthrie, I kept feeling 10 days. But, you know, when I re-look at that, I'm not sure if it's 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 hours, 10 months, 10 years. All I kept getting was 10, and here I'm sort of placing or overlaying my own confirmational bias to it, and then there I am. So I don't want to do that again. All I know is that I feel very confident we're going to hear or know something about General McCasland, but I don't know when.
Yeah, absolutely agree 100%.
All right, we'll wrap it up here. Next up, we're going to be talking about all those crazy sightings happening all at once in central to north, I guess it's central and central eastern portions of Ohio.
Yeah.
It's crazy what's going on. We're going to get into that and more coming up next. Please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss, and hit the like so we get the message out to find these missing people. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Take care.